The good, the bad, the beautiful.
It took a long time, and it was a lot of hard work. It took me almost 15 years to get my BA, and then it took me another 7 years to get my master's. But I did what I wanted to do, and I did it my way, not the way that they were basically telling me I had to do it. I think that we're special people, and I think that we have some gifts. I see the world completely differently than a lot of people do, and I think that's probably why it got me into trouble so often back when I was younger, because I was looking at things differently than they were looking at it.
ADHDers are creative, that their hyper focus is a good thing because then they're going to learn so much about something that I wish people didn't think we had to change them, that we understood that we need to change the world for that ADHDer. Because if they are engaged, they're going to be the ones that are bringing the new and novel ideas to the world. I mean, when you think about famous people with ADHD, they talk about, I think Bill Gates probably had it, Da Vinci probably had it. Like, these people are innovators and they bring so much to the world. And I think if everybody saw that and saw that inability to sit there and do the boring task is actually a good thing, because then they're going to go and do the exciting things, that I would love it if people saw that, saw the superpower, and we didn't have to keep telling you how much of a superpower it is.
I think the one thing I would change the most when it comes to the world and ADHD is just the world's inflexibility. I think that both groups can learn a lot from one another, and that if we are willing to make a few small changes by asking ourselves, is this critical? Is this a life or death issue? Are we going to die if we have to, turn the lights down a little bit or give people a properly enclosed office so that they're not like overwhelmed? Do we need to be looking at people like this if they're walking around with headphones so that they can focus? Do we need to constantly be expecting that people are productive at a consistent level 100% of the time? Or do we need to accept the fact that everybody has some valleys and peaks where they are a little bit more productive or a little bit less productive? We just need to sometimes be a little bit more flexible and be a little bit more solutions oriented. And that just takes a tiny bit of creativity. And if you are not a creative person, go talk to an ADHD person. They probably have 25 different solutions.
What are both sides of the coin? There's always a flip side. And so I talk to Sean, but also how I try and talk to the kids is, let's be honest. So we talk a lot about their magic brains and try to be really affirming about, because the world has a lot of negative messaging. And so I want them to know that they're wonderful. They're both extremely creative. They think about things in a way that sometimes I'm like, how did that come about? I think some of the most creative people in the world are neurodiverse. So they bring so much and they have so much empathy. And so something that's really important to me as a parent is that they understand people are different and they tend to gravitate towards people. Whether it's the ADHD or autism, sometimes they have difficulty with like those initial cues or things like that. But like my daughter, one of her closest friends is trans and is just like her biggest advocate and is so accepting. And she just has that inherently of like people who are a bit different, whether it's their gender or their ethnicity or whatever. They're so accepting in a way that, yeah, it's just so wonderful to see. So there's so many really beautiful things about being neurodiverse.
That lack of filter means that everything gets in, which means you can make connections to things other people can't connect to. So intuition, creativity are big in ADHD brains. And I want kids to see that, yeah, some things are really hard for you. And I know you have to work way harder at school or on the playground, but there are also strengths to having this different brain. And so to not see it as different bad, but just different. and that those differences are what bring that unique benefit to the classroom and to that child and to their friend groups, to see those different perspectives on how to do things. So I try to reduce the stigma and just say your brain is just different. It's not broken. It just works differently. Let's figure out how you can use it to its best of its ability.
I want people to know that ADHD is it's a blessing. We are more accepting of other people. And I want people to know that being weird is okay. It gives you that ability to think outside the box, and it's effortless. It comes at unexpected times, so you have to navigate that and maybe have a system for writing down those brilliant ideas that might change the world.
It's not a bad thing. It's just different. There's nothing wrong with being different. You wouldn't limit a sunset to different shades of blue. Some of the most beautiful sunsets are like the different hues of oranges, reds, and pinks, magenta. And why would we want to limit our kids' ability to be that? There's something really beautiful about the ADHD person and their brains and the way that they see things. And they just may bring the most colorful things to the table.